Youssef and the discovery of the simulated world. Youssef sat at his usual desk, staring at a screen filled with tables and numbers. His daily routine seemed boring yet comforting until he began to notice things that had no explanation. On the first day, he noticed that his colleague, Mahmoud, repeated the same sentence at the same time every day. "The tea tastes a bit different today, doesn't it?" Youssef thought it was a coincidence, but on the second and third days, Mahmoud repeated the sentence in the same tone and manner as if he were a programmed robot. Things started to repeat elsewhere, too. The street he walked through on his way to work looked like an exact copy every day. The same child playing with a ball in the same corner, the same man selling newspapers with the same artificial smile. Youssef began to feel something was wrong. What raised his suspicions even more was when a new employee named Layla appeared suddenly at the office. She spoke to him as if she had known him for years, but he couldn't recall ever seeing her before. The strangest part? She vanished after a few days, and no one at the company remembered her except him. Could I be the only one seeing this? Youssef wondered as he began jotting down notes in a small notebook. He wrote down everything illogical he noticed, like a detective trying to solve a strange mystery. One rainy day, while sitting in his chair at home, the lights went out suddenly, and he heard a strange buzzing sound. The screen in front of him lit up with a message. "Youssef, if you're reading this, you've started to uncover the truth. The world you live in is a simulation. We're trying to get you out. Brace yourself, things are about to change." His heart raced. A simulation? Does that mean my entire life is fake? Youssef didn't sleep that night. He started observing everything around him, and the more he focused, the more he noticed the flaws in the world. People repeating the same movements, the sky always perfectly clear, even street arguments ending in the same way every time. He decided to take a bold step. He went to the company's data center, a place rumored to hold all employee and project files. While searching, he found a hidden room locked with a code. Using his programming skills, he managed to crack the code. Inside, he found massive computers displaying strange code on their screens and a file labeled Youssef.dat. He opened it to find a complete record of his actions from birth until that very moment. "I'm just code? My life is scripted?" he gasped in a hoarse voice. While browsing the files, a hidden door suddenly opened and a stranger entered. Dressed entirely in black and wearing an earpiece, the man said, "We've finally found you, Youssef. We're from the outside. It's time to leave." Leave? To where? To the real world? Youssef didn't have time to think. He followed the man down a long corridor, at the end of which was a bright light. As he crossed through it, he found himself in a completely white, empty room. Suddenly, memories began flooding back into his mind. He remembered volunteering to enter the simulation to test it, but his memories had been erased. "You've been here the whole time to experience the simulation, Youssef, but it seems it's starting to collapse." Youssef stood silently, unable to process what had happened. Should he return to the simulation and live a comfortable, fake life? Or stay in the harsh, real world?